Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the rise and fall of para ordnance. Just a brief history of para ordnance. It is a Canadian, it was anyway, a Canadian company. Uh, it was started in the mid 80s in the suburbs of Toronto. So, not sure if most people know that, but the double stack 1911 is actually started by Para. So they are the pioneer of creating the double stack 1911, and which kind of is kind of the root of the, I guess, the 2011 guns. A competition IPSC basically go-to platform is the standard platform. Its prominence and its I guess its best days are, I guess, in the late '90s. Todd Jarrett, I believe, is the was like a champion and basically uses para, and it's really kind of put them on a global map in terms of creating outstanding double stack 1911 pistols. I've got a para ordnance early on in my, I guess, gun ownership days. I've actually got my license quite a bit. Yeah, we do need a license. I'm from Canada, so we do need a license to own firearm. Yeah, basically, I got my para ordnance as one of my, I think my third handgun. When I got my para ordnance, back when I was still in the, I guess, early years of gun, I guess, ownership or just getting into like guns, I didn't really know enough. I think in hindsight, I may not have gotten it if I know more back then than I do right now. Like for one thing, my hand size doesn't really fit the gun. It's huge. Like I have a smaller size hand, and it's not that easy for me to use this. I can still shoot it. Shooting it well, I mean, like it depends. Depends what I compare it to. And I'm a big proponent that even if you do have a firearm that may not fit you perfectly, with enough training, you can adapt to it and actually shoot well with it. It's just that the potential of really reaching the best potential, you might kind of get stuck some like at a certain level if you really don't fit. I mean, the gun really doesn't fit you. But yeah, so getting back to this, yeah, para, I still own it. I don't want to sell it. I guess just the fact that well, it is a proudly Canadian made gun. It's still was this one that I own is manufactured in Canada. This is before the Freedom Group purchase of para, which kind of ran it to the ground, and basically now it's like yeah, basically para is dead. I believe it was defunct in 2015. So yeah, I got this in around 2000, so about 20 years ago. It is a great gun. I mean, it's very accurate. The trigger is good. Well, pretty much all 1911 trigger, it's is really great. And it fits me in terms of like the trigger pull. Just the fact that it's a 1911 platform, the trigger is a lot easier to reach for someone with smaller hand, even though the grip itself is big. So it's still okay. I like it. I have a friend who's really good. Shot really well with it. It is in 40 S&W, so it's a little bit more in terms of like, because I don't shoot 40 as much, mainly because it's expensive. So I'm more of like a 9mm shooter. So I do shoot it occasionally, and yeah, it's just a matter of adapting to it. Like in in the shorter range, like within like 10 meter or so, or 10 yard, like slightly more than 10 yard in Canada, we use the metric system. I can shoot it decently well. It's not that big of a difference than my 9 millimeter, but when I push it out to like, let's say 25 meter, it's, yeah, it really shows the difference. Like you can see, like I'll just show you an example here. And I think one of the main reason why when I push it out to 25 meter, it really kind of scattered out is, well, one thing is the the stocks front sight. I basically, this is stock when it came. Like even though it's like a limited edition, like back in the days, basically it's just iron black sights. I actually have to paint it white right now, and actually just recently added like a red dot, like painted a red dot on it, to try and see if I can make it a little bit easier to for target acquisitions, and to have a little bit better aim. We'll see how it goes. I don't plan on putting like a Dawson Precision or anything aftermarket sights on it. I don't shoot it enough to really justify it, and we don't. And also, like in Canada, we really don't have too many options for gunsmith to or to do it. Well, there are some, but it charges an arm and a leg, so I'm not sure if it's worth it, and I don't have the skills myself to do it as well. I'm not even sure if they actually still stock the, like, I don't know if it's like I can just get any 1911 type front sight, because I think it is gun manufacturer specific, so I might not even be able to find a front sight for it. But if there is, I don't know, and then if I can manage to do it myself, I might do it in the future. But at the moment, I'm just gonna leave it as that. So I guess the downfall of Para started. Well, some people may not know this, but in Canada, the one of the co-founder of Para actually got into a bit of a legal issues with, I guess, within Canada. It's in terms of I don't know what's the backstory, but basically in the news article, uh, there was some investigation of theft within this manufacturing facility, and then there was some investigations, and then there was like a city councilman who actually received a para ordnance handgun from the founder as a gift and things like that. So there was kind of speculation that there was some sort of like corruption or things like that, or maybe some potential criminal, I guess, activity that went on. Yeah, but basically it was in the news in terms of what it entails. But no one got arrested. But there were a investigation, and then yeah, I guess in the mid to late 2000, it got sold to the Freedom Group, and basically operation, I think, is already slowly moving down to the Florida, to US. And a lot of people were saying that the new types of guns that they're producing is not up to the high quality that they once were when they were made in Canada, and the quality wise, it kind of went to shit. And yeah, I guess because of, well, Freedom Group kind of yeah, it is a private equity, and then I guess making money is the primary objective, and it is what it is. I mean, like they do need to run that their portfolio, and they need to keep the cost down, and in the sense that they are buying a, at the time, like Para is like I don't know if they were yeah, because during that time, like I basically took a, like a break, or actually I wasn't involved in any like a sport shooting or anything. Like I basically took a hiatus for like 15 years of not shooting anything, with like busy with work and life and family and all that stuff. I just recently got back into it. So during that time, I haven't really followed much, but just looking back right now, like sometimes I go through forums and just kind of curious what happened. They are saying like, yeah, the quality is really shit. I mean, like, the gun really doesn't I guess retain what it once were in terms of its proven reputation of quality handgun. So I guess that's one of the biggest reason why it kind of like just died now. Like basically, yeah, unless they kind of like rebrand it as a like based on the quality that it's kind of reached at its later stage as a kind of like a cheaper 1911 alternative, then maybe they have a I guess a chance, because and also I think the 1911 market had really like reach a stage where there's so many competitors out there, so many different manufacturers. You have to really be up on your A game. You are either a really good value, low cost option, or you are a very like high quality, like a Nighthawk or Wilson Combat or STI, that type of level to really compete. Like something in the middle. I mean, like like a Dan Weston. Some say it's kind of upper middle end, depending on how you look at it, because there's 1911 that goes up to like 8,000 or even 10. So for like a Dan Weston, $1,500 is actually not that expensive, but 15 or 2,000, something like that, depending on the model. But yeah, actually, Dan Weston is a 1911 option, like something that I want to get in the future as well. But anyway, let's get back to Para. So yeah, I think in that sense, I yeah, back in its heydays, I don't know if they were. I mean, Para was as good at the same level as, let's say, a Wilson Combat. I don't think they were price wise. I think they are. I don't know. I think back, because yeah, it was pretty expensive when I got it. Like at the time, because prices obviously had gone up since then, like over like 20 years ago. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like definitely, I would say it's not at the level of a STI, but I'm not sure if it's at like at least close to a Wilson Combat or a Les Bear. But yeah, they were. I mean, like the Para was a good reputable 1911 brand. A lot of IPSC shooter used Para at the time. So it's kind of sad that it was once a great company, especially as a Canadian company, where it's kind of like I am Canadian, so I took pride in at least some some I guess some brand that was Canadian that used to be like at a top level. So yeah, it's sad to see it go. I mean, like it kind of like went to shit after the acquisition, and eventually basically the brand is gone. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep mine for sentimental reason. Not even sure. Yeah, because yes, no point selling it. It might be I mean, some people might value it, but if it's a discontinued brand, like getting parts for it might not be easy. So I'm not sure people would actually want to buy a discontinued brand. But I mean, it is a 1911, so I think a lot of the parts should be interchangeable with other manufacturer. Hopefully, that's the case. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I will. Hopefully, you guys like this video, and yeah. Thank you.